Do you want to tell me the story?
I don't know. Fuck. It's nothing that crazy. No, I'd rather tell you off
Okay,
pod.
that's
Off
fine.
pod. We can still do some Patreon shit if you want. If you
Okay.
want to do more, if we want to just fuck around for your Patreon,
Let's do it, yeah.
I have no like. I don't need to go or anything.
Yeah.
So whatever you want to talk about. But here, well, I'll just tell you in the moment. But
Okay.
you can cut this out. You don't mind if you cut this out.
I'd rather just not have
to
that
do work?
responsibility.
We'll talk about it after.
But what? Give me a recommendation. Something you've bought or done recently that's like really hot. You're like, oh, I got this.
Like
cool new
anything.
shit.
Can be
anything. It can be like this new car wash spot is really dope. I found a good place to buy diesel gas.
I do have my one Chevron I always go to.
Isn't it hard to find diesel in LA?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I just have my one spot by my house that I just go to.
How do you go to
only.
San Diego on D's?
I make it. Oh, I'm good.
Okay.
Diesel's great, and you'll find spot. I have an app where you can find like gas diesel.
Is it a
spots
manual?
or whatever? No.
Okay.
No. God, I don't know.
A lot of diesel
clueless.
people are manual guys. So.
No, I'm an automatic guy.
Okay.
I'm too lazy for all that. It's still a lot of work. In traffic, fucking
Yeah, in LA.
fuck out of here with that.
On the San Francisco hills.
Oh, dude, forget it. Fuck that. What's a good thing that I've recently bought? What's yours? Give me one of yours, and it'll maybe inspire me.
I ponied up for the new iPhone.
Oh yeah, what's so good about it?
The night mode on the camera is sick. I was 2 or 3 back, so it was like a big change. And I was like broken screen guy. I'm gonna be broken screen guy. I'm not gonna invest, which is never a good thing. And then I thought I was being smart by doing that and saving money. And during Christmas, there's a sale on iPhones. I'm like, you're not gonna get me, Apple. I'm not gonna suck into your sale. Of course, I break it 2 weeks after the sale. And pony up for full price.
That sucks. That's
Totally
full
sucks.
price is like stupid expensive.
Like it went from being before it was gonna be $25 a month.
Yep, not bad.
Because they were taking my old phone. There was a sale, and now it's $52 a month.
Whew.
Just because I thought I was being smart.
Damn. How'd you break it?
On a hike, the wind. I felt like the wind just took it out of my hand to teach me a lesson.
The moment that you pick it up and realize that it's cracked. I mean, what a fucking moment.
Every time, because for some reason it always cracks face down.
Or the corner. It'll go. I fucked mine up with the corner.
Oh, corner. I've never done a corner. It's always like this, and you're like,
Oh no, that reveal, please. I mean, it's like I got the $2,000 reveal. I mean, it's like fuck, man.
yeah. I mean, these things aren't cheap. At least they have the payment plan or whatever.
That is nice. I know.
Yeah.
We kind of mentioned it on the regular episode. But
The camera.
Good camera, but investing in therapy. I
Yeah.
like just ponied up the money to go to therapy because it's really expensive for me. Because the guy I found that I want to go to is like doesn't take insurance, so I pay like $125 a session.
Okay.
And so
like
it's
once a week.
At first to establish the rapport, but now we do bi-weekly.
Okay.
But I even want to maybe do like 3 times a month. But it's just like I was so cheap about it for so long. I mean,
that's a big chunk of change.
it's a lot of money, but it's like
That's a car.
kinda.
Yeah.
I basically have 2 cars.
Yeah.
Just searching for more diesel gas. And for so long, I was like, it was too expensive. But then I was like, what am I talking about? Like, it's my brain.
Yeah.
I'm not investing in something for my own fucking brain as like a comic and as a person. It's like, what's more important than like your health? That's the most important thing in life is literally your health. And then everything else. And it's like, I was neglecting that. So I decided to just pony up the money and just like invest in that shit. And it's like, it's such a good thing.
It is weird that like we'll spend all day searching for like the best deal for a camera and which camera is the best. But when it comes to like, our bodies or stuff, we're so quick to be like, I don't need that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't need to. Yeah, it's like, what are we doing? Like, it's all, you need longevity. You need to like eat well and take care of yourself and like all this shit, and we just won't do it. And it's like, why? What do you do? Then what do you even, so you're going to be you're less happy of a person and more of like a nutcase, which will probably make you a worse person to be around. It'll make you a worse comic. It's like all these things. And it's like, just do the thing. Spend the money. What else are you going to spend the money on?
It is weird.
Unless you break your phone, then buy a new phone. But it's like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, I needed a second medical opinion on something, and it was going to be $200. And I'm like,
dude,
I was like, I don't need to do it. And I'm like, well, if I needed a second opinion on like my house thing or like a car thing, I would do it. So why don't I do it for myself?
Isn't that fucking crazy?
It's so weird.
I'll fix my roof before I fix my fucking lungs.
Yeah. Or like if I needed a new screen, it was $200. You'd just do it.
Just do it.
But like for ourselves, we feel like it's a way we can cut corners.
Yeah. You're like, but I feel okay. I'll probably be fine.
It's kind of like a young guy mentality too. It's like when you don't need health insurance at all, which is a window, I guess you can run without it.
It's a choice.
Yeah.
It's a choice. I have way too much anxiety for that, but I mean, it's like, just do it. Just do the thing. It's like, what are you doing? It makes no sense. Like, what are you going to spend the money on, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking Postmates? It's like
I remember this one professor when I was in college said, like, he's like, you know, he's like, everyone should have health insurance. He was a big proponent of that. And he's like, he said his example was like, he has a lot of people living in his building who have a Mercedes, but no health insurance.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. You slip and fall. My mom always tells me, it's like, what if you slip and fall on a curb and break your leg? And then you go to an emergency room and you're going to spend what, like 50 grand? It's like, well, just have insurance. Like I pay like with all the discounts, it's like I pay like $50 a month for just like emergency shit. Like it's the just in case plan basically.
Oh yeah. Like the super cat, like catastrophic.
Something like that. Yeah. It's around where it's like, oh, I can go see my doctor once a month for free. Or sorry, once a year for free. And then if something horrible happens, it'll still be expensive, but it's not going to be like full price.
Right.
You know what I mean? And same with dental. I got dental insurance too, and I didn't have it for a long time. And then I had to get a crown, and it was like, oh, it's like $2,000.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck. What?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, now I have dental insurance because I'm like, that sucks, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
Even with insurance, my crown was like 600.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So like, I think insurance, it's not even that expensive. It's like combined, it's like $95 a month for everything. For
that's
all the
really
insurance.
good.
It's great.
I mean, mine's way more than that, but
yeah. I'm probably doing the cheap fucking, you know.
Yeah, but I don't think enough people know that, to be honest.
No.
I didn't even know that. I thought you were talking minimum 500 a month for insurance.
No, you can, I mean, with the discounts nowadays. Yeah. And again, I don't have a high plan. If you need like a lot of medicine, if you go to the doctor a lot, if you have certain things, then yeah, get the fucking thing. But I'm really lucky enough that I'm like, I can kind of just go see my doctor.
Young guy, healthy, working out, eating well.
Sure. Which is because I take care of myself, because I care about the longevity of who I am.
Yeah.
You know?
And stand-up is a long game. Someone said something great that was like, you either make it in your 20s or your 40s.
Yeah. Which is so
it's like you either come out the gate and you're like blown and the
like
life just sweeps you up. Yep.
Yeah.
Or it's a long grind and you're just like, oh my God, this guy's amazing. And then you look back and like, oh, or girl or wherever, and like, look at their career and they've been killing it for so long, and then you're lifted up that way.
I know. And most people make it. Like
and you need the health.
You need the health. If you're gonna be 35 with all the success, like you don't want to be traveling like, oh, my back is always fucked up, or like I'm out of shape.
I like that Dean Del Rey, like he posts a lot of his photos before he stopped like eating sugar.
Oh yeah,
and
he
stuff.
got in like really good shape. Yeah.
Yeah, and so like in order to have, I'm sure, like a nice long career in stand up, to be like, I want to be healthy.
Yeah, it's so important. And especially for how much you would travel, you wake up early, you eat like shit at comedy clubs, like everything around that, just do all the right things, you know?
Yeah.
I've started to like, I'm like, when I go on the road now, like, well, I'm going with Brent and Jason to Madison, Wisconsin next weekend.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I used to just be like, dude, let's fucking party. Like, I'll drink every night. I'll like get drunk almost every night.
Is that comedy on stage?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like my dream club. I'm so fucking excited.
Nice.
And I would go and like just treat it as like a party weekend and like booze every night, because it's free drinks and like I love that shit. It's like fun. But like it was cool at first because it was like this is the dream. But now that I've done it, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna have a drink and then I'll work out every day during the day. I'll go to the gym, and then maybe the last night I have a late flight, I'll get drunk that night or something like that. Like it's just take care of it. It's just like take care of yourself. You don't need to be. It's already such a grind. It's like just take care of yourself. You know?
Yeah. I lost 36 pounds and
you look good.
Thanks, man.
Not that you didn't look good before.
Well, that's the thing when I'm a skinny guy, so I was like skinny fat.
Yeah. Like a little bit of a gut or something.
Yeah, like it kind of goes around the middle and everywhere else. And
it goes around it's just kind of different pockets of.
Yeah, it just kind of, it's kind of shocking to me that it was that high of a number.
I would have never guessed that you were like skinny fat, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, I mean, like on the scale of like, there's, the weight you should be, there's overweight, and then like obese. Mm-hmm. I was just in the overweight category.
Did you like feel unhealthy?
Not at the time, but now looking back, I feel so much better. I feel better now. I didn't feel particularly unhealthy, but it's like a slippery slope. I started hiking a lot, and then I did P90X, and then I started eating better, not eating at night, and not having the shows and the diners to go out and eat late helps too, because
Absolutely.
that's an extra 1,500 calories when you're eating like a tuna melt.
Totally.
Which I think we did together one time.
You mean Blaustein. And that was like right before the pandemic. Yeah. That was the first time we actually kind of hung out.
Yeah.
I feel like,
Yes.
But yeah, those nights, oh yeah. And at comedy clubs too, look at the food choices. Chicken tenders, pizza, all this bullshit, you know? So it's that's cool. I mean, so you did P90X, you did hiking,
and then not eating at night. I don't drink anymore.
Did you drink?
I didn't like not drink, but I totally cut it out. I don't know that I'm going to cut it out forever, but like for the last 2 months, I haven't had any. And so it's liquid calories. So it's just
Especially
like drinking a Coke.
Especially if it's like beer or something, like an IPA. I mean, that's just like,
it is.
You're like eating a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bread in a cup.
It's ridiculous.
And
what are we doing?
Yeah. So eating better and just like better choices. And that's it.
And
eating at night, it was huge for me. Like I notice a big difference. If I stop at dinner and then wake up the next morning, like I'm almost guaranteed to lose weight.
Yeah, dude.
Like that day.
Isn't that such a good feeling? Like, don't you feel like happier? Like I'm happy for you. Like hearing that, like I'm like, wow, that makes me happy. Just because like I feel like what a nice feeling that is to be like, I got my shit together. Like losing 30 pounds is a lot of weight. It doesn't seem but that's awesome.
Like pick up that 30-pound dumbbell. It's like I was carrying that around.
Crazy. And you're a dad, so you want to be healthy. Like for that's also a good inspiration. Because how many kids do you have?
2.
And how old are they?
6 and 9.
Yeah. Because you don't want to be that fucking out of shape dad, wheezing around the ball game. Like, hold on, Jimmy. Like, totally. You want to be a young, spry, fucking cool dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and since I got into comedy later, I want to have a longer career, so I want to stay healthy longer.
You're doing all the right. I mean, you're such a smart guy. It doesn't surprise me. Like,
thanks.
You're like one of the dude. Like, I was looking forward to coming to like your place because I was like, oh, I know it'll be like clean and nice. And
boy, were you surprised?
No, oh my god, bro, forget. I mean, like. I don't want to like you're one of the dudes I would actually shake your hand and not have to like worry about it because I hate shaking people's hands.
Well, now I'm not shaking anyone's hand ever again.
Absolutely.
I mean, like why?
Now we can. I was fist bumping before the pandemic, and now I will continue to fist bump for as long as it's socially acceptable. But what I'm saying is, you're one of the dudes that I'd be like, I would shake Latif's hand and not really worry about it because you're a smart guy. You're like a clean. You're not like these grubby fucking comics. You know what I mean? And the point I'm saying is that you're just like a smart guy. So I think it's...
this is nice. This is what the Patreon needs.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's just all your Patreon is. Compliment me. Go.
Right. Yeah. That's my question.
Hear me get complimented.
What nice things have I done for you today? Please elaborate.
But I think like that's smart.
10 to 12 minutes.
Exactly. It's just the longevity. It's like you're thinking about it smart, but a lot of people don't. A lot of people are just like, fuck it, man. Just whatever. It's
are we going to stay with masks, you think?
It'll be for a while. Probably about it, and we'll still do it through a whole year, probably.
Like I'm fully vaccinated.
Yes,
you are too. Mm-hmm. I guess kind of with J&J, but
technically I am. Who the fuck knows? This could be my last podcast.
But you wear the. I still feel like I want to wear the mask.
I don't. I'm a germaphobe, and I'm so goddamn sick of it. Like I will still be. I'll probably be sanitizing more, forever. But I ain't wearing the. I'm so tired of it. It's lost its appeal. At first, I was like, kind of cool. Ooh, people are gross. But now I'm like, God damn it. I hate fucking having to worry about it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, ugh.
So just in stores, airplanes and stuff. But like, I guess if you're outside, it's probably.
That's the thing. If I'm outside, I'm not around people. I don't want to. What am I going to get COVID from the trees? Like, it's fine. I'm not going to fucking. I don't know. But we'll still be wearing it for a while. I feel like it's going to be a minute till we're done with masks, which is unfortunate. But as long as comedy's back, I don't give a fuck. I'll wear a mask on my forehead too.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
You know
what I mean? I don't care. As long as comedy's back, I'll do whatever they have to. If I have to get vaccinated again to do comedy, I'll do it again.
I love it.
I don't give a fuck.
That's a great place to end. Thanks again, bro. I really appreciate it. This is a great Patreon. And slam that water.
This has been another episode of Compliment Latif.
Yeah, that's my new pod. Actually, you know what's interesting is that I don't mean to extend this longer, but
it, bro.
I forgot to ask you one thing.
Go.
Is that I feel like at some point I'm going to be transitioning my podcast away from a guest-oriented podcast into a solo-oriented podcast or duo, because with a guest-oriented podcast, it's 100% variable with the guests. And when you have a podcast that's about the people in it more, you get more fans. Do you feel that that's accurate?
Wait, you get more fans with the guests?
Well, you get more views when you get popular guests with a guest-oriented podcast, but you get less true fans about yourself.
Yep.
It's kind of like Larry King. He's an amazing interviewer, but he's not doing. It's a different fan relationship.
Who is Larry King really? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We don't know. We just know he has high shoulders and he's a good interviewer.
Exactly.
That's about it.
But like when you have a Blaustein's podcast with him and Trevor, it's like you get to know them, and the more you get to spend time with them, the more you become fans of theirs, and the more you likely follow and go to their shows.
Exactly.
That's my theory. I don't know if that's true.
Your theory, in my opinion, is 100% right.
Okay.
100% right.
Yeah. That's a good name for a podcast. 100% right.
Yeah, exactly. What a cocky fucking podcast that'd be. The Patreon is compliments and the regular's 100% right. Yeah, on Lion's Den, we came out the gate guests only. And that's what we thought we were going to do. And then the second we switched to just, when the pandemic hit, we switched to just us three, way better. Way better, because we established who we are. We established the rapport of us three, who we all are as people, and that's what the fans really resonated with. Because we have a guest, and it's all about the guest. Sure, we had Nick Swartzen on, and that was so cool. But who are we though? We're not involved in that. You know what I mean? So I'm such a proponent of like no guests. Like you can have a guest every once in a while if it'll get you views.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I can have like fucking Tom Segura on or Bobby on and get like a shitload of views.
Right.
But then, like, that should be every once in a while, I think, in my opinion, because that's the Stiff Socks is such a good example because you know those guys.
Yeah,
And they have a guest every once in a while. And it's like, ooh, but we already know Trevor. We already know Blaustein. Like, how are they going to interact?
It's their show.
It's their show.
Yeah.
And if it's just guests, it's like, it's the guest's show. So I think you are 100% right.
Right.
In the way you're thinking of it. Yep.
Love it. I'll transition to the new episode 100. It's going to be called 100% Right, starring me only and my 100% right opinions. So tune in for that. Thanks again, Will.
Yeah, dude.